Welcome, everybody, to the City of Farmers Branch City Council meeting for Tuesday, December 9th. We will get started tonight with our invocation and pledges. If you would, please join me. Heavenly Father, we're in need of your guidance. Our country is suffering. There is so much division. Differences seem to consume many of your followers, and their minds are closed to listening to others. As we pray to you, we ask that you touch our lives, and allow us to have conversation without arguments, have differences of opinion without hate, and conduct ourselves with honesty and integrity. Let us see clearly and remind us that we must take personal responsibility for our words and our actions, for what we say and do comes from us, not anybody else. Our service to you means doing the right thing for all and not promoting our own personal agenda, but rather promoting you and spreading your word. Show us mercy and compassion because we will make mistakes along the way. It's in your name that we ask for your love and forgiveness. Amen. Amen. If you would please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the Texas Pledge, the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Next up are ceremonial items, and we have one tonight that I'm really excited about. This is a presentation of a proclamation to the Farmers Branch Codgers softball team. Come on up. So I'm going to read the proclamation first, and then I'm going to invite you to come and talk a little bit about what the Codgers are, and just give us some history. That's okay. So this is from the Office of the Mayor, City of Farmers Branch. Whereas the Farmers Branch Codgers is a softball team of players ages 65 and older that competes in the Metroplex Senior Citizens Softball Association and claims their home field as Orengood Park. And whereas the Codgers play other teams twice a week from April to October every year and complete the season with a Metroplex softball tournament featuring the best teams in the Metroplex. And whereas the Codgers completed an outstanding regular season with a 33-3 record and were declared tournament champions on October 15th after defeating the Richardson Roadrunners 17-7 in the championship game. And whereas the Codgers serve as an exemplary ambassador for the City of Farmers Branch by promoting fellowship, good sportsmanship, and physical health among their players and throughout the community. Now, therefore, I, Terry Lynn, Mayor, City of Farmers Branch, do hereby congratulate the Farmers Branch Codgers softball team on their historic season and commend their commitment to excellence. So. Who's going to speak?
I don't know what I'm supposed to say here, but I just want to commend the City of Farmers Branch, the mayor, the city council, and the people who maintain the parks and recreation. They do an excellent job. All of the teams in our league love to come over here and play because we have the very best fields and we have the best backing from the City of Farmers Branch, the mayor, the city council. We thank you all so very much for your help, and may it ever continue. We were here once before. I believe it was in 2014. And we got one of these commendations then. And I was here. I've been with the same team now for 34 years.
So tell us, because I see that we have some up-and-comers here in the audience, how would somebody go about joining the team? Are you looking for new talent?
Absolutely.
Fresh talent, maybe some new legs,
Yeah,
hips?
Are you wanting to,
I'm not volunteering yet, but
we're always looking for some additional talent. We try to get some new talent to take the place of old guys like me. Yeah, we're open for that. Always open for that. We've got some really great guys. We've got the greatest chemistry of any team in the league, and that's what does it for us. We love each other, we support each other, and it's just a great experience. I hope to keep playing a few more years.
anybody else want to say something?
We do have something for the mayor and the city council.
the tournament that we play in is among the best teams in all of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. We play against teams here in our division, all the way Garland. It has been Saxe over that way toward Rockwall, toward, let's say, Louisville up there. And then the best teams in the other division from Fort Worth come to this tournament if they're in the top 2 or 3 teams in each area. So it's pretty good thing to say that we not only won it this year, but I've been with the team about 12 years, and we have won it more than we've lost it. When we've lost it, we placed second. So we've got a good team of ball players. Most of these guys have played since probably 5 or 6 years old, baseball, high school, some of us college. So we're really proud of what we do. Mr. Mayor, we would love to have you join the team, and I think you do qualify. But for now, I want to present you with this shirt, which is our tournament championship shirt for this year.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I've lived in Farmers Branch for about 18, 20 years, and I was on the Louisville for 5 or 6 years. And I said, I gotta get to the best team. I wanted to get to my home team, Farmers Branch. I live right on Brookhaven.
Okay.
So, we've got some commemorative coins here for all the city council people, and we appreciate everything you guys do for us. And for Robert, who takes care of our fields, we got Jersey. Come on up here. Come on up here.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Appreciate everything you do.
Appreciate all these guys and what they do for the community. Thanks for coming out.
You asked about how to reach out and find more information.
Yes, sir.
MSCSA, Senior Citizen Softball Association. Google that, and basically see the website, and you can find information about teams around the Metroplex and how to get more information.
Okay, well, great. Yes. I'm going to give you that to take. Let's get a picture real quick.
Can we all? Maybe some more people in the front. Some more in the front.
Those that have no need.
All right, ready? Big smiles. 3, 2, 1. One more. This way. 2, 2.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, that cleared out the room. Okay. Next up are our items of community interest.
Good evening. We have a few items. The City of Farmers Branch will be holding a general election on Saturday, May 2nd, 2026, to elect the mayor and District 2 City Council member. Candidate packets will be available for pickup starting December 10th. Completed applications must be submitted to the City Secretary's office at City Hall between January 14th and February 13th, 2026. Office hours are Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. For more information, you can call 972-919-2520. Get ready to kick off the holiday season with our annual Santa and Cookies celebration. Join us at the Mansky Library on Tuesday, December 10th from 5 to 7 p.m. Enjoy some delicious holiday cookies, create festive holiday crafts, and meet Santa Claus himself. The event is free and open to all ages. We cannot wait to see you there. We're making exciting necessary renovations and replastering the pool. To get this work done, the facility is temporarily closed through January 19th, 2026. The great news is all aquatic memberships are still valid. You can use them at the recreation center where all fitness classes will continue. We appreciate your patience and can't wait to show you the refreshed pool. For questions, call 972-247-4607 or visit our website. Pancakes and pajamas. Join us for a cozy holiday-filled morning the whole family will love on Saturday, December 13th from 9 to 11 a.m. at the Farmers Branch Recreation Center. Enjoy delicious holiday breakfast, visits with Santa, story time with Mrs. Claus, festive holiday crafts, and more magical treats. $8 for residents and only $12 for non-residents. To register, call the Recreation Center, again at 972-247-4607, or visit our website. And as always, you can sign up for City E-News at farmersbranchtx.gov or by scanning the QR code on the screen. Thank you.
Thank you. I am going to add one more item to that list. This Saturday from 11 till 3, I'm going to be ringing the bell for the Salvation Army's Red Kettle Drive. We'll be at the neighborhood Walmart. And this is a mayor's challenge that has been going on for several years. And so our spot has been assigned to be at the neighborhood Walmart there. So I'll be out there from 11 to 3. Please come by and see me and help the Salvation Army. Love to see you. Okay. Next up are public comments and citizen comments. And I have first up, or let me just say before we start, there's a 3-minute time limit. When you come up to the podium, please state your name and address. The timer will start at that point, and when the light goes red, that will be the end of your speaking time. Please be respectful, no profound language, and our first speaker this evening is David Jones.
My name is David Jones, and we own a home at 3554 Golfing Green Drive, and we live in District 5. I'm here this evening to provide feedback about the recent decision by City Council to have voters in Farmers Branch participate in an election in May 2026 that may result in Farmers Branch completely pulling out of DART. On November 25th, I accessed DART at our Farmers Branch station, and I took the Green Line to and from Fair Park as part of the registration process for me serving as a volunteer for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Having a Farmers Branch DART station is just one of the many perks that we enjoy living in the city in a park that is Farmers Branch. Those who do not utilize DART often cite concerns about cleanliness and safety and reasons why they don't use DART. I found the DART rail cars, buses, and stations to be clean, well-kept, and safe, and each of the many DART personnel I encountered was kind, polite, and courteous. My city council member is Roger Neal, and I will want to again publicly thank Roger for his responsiveness on this issue. After I spoke during citizen comments on November 18th, I let Roger know that I reached out to 3 members of DART leadership: Nadine Lee, DART CEO, Randall Bryant, DART Board Chair, and Nathan Barbara, DART Board member that Farmers Branch shares with Plano. I reached out to each of them and I asked them to please meet with the appropriate contacts with the City of Farmers Branch so we could reach a new negotiated agreement, and I would encourage other residents of Farmers Branch to also reach out to DART and encourage their participation. Sadly, even though our request for basic information from DART about ridership and utilization of DART services specifically by Farmers Branch residents has been woefully inadequate on the part of DART, there can be little doubt that our residents who will be most impacted by a vote to pull out of DART will most likely be our residents who can least afford it. It is my understanding that we have a deadline of March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, to decide to pull out of the referendum to hold an election to pull out of DART. Pulling out of DART, in my opinion, should be considered our nuclear option, and hopefully cooler heads will prevail so we can reach a new negotiated agreement prior to our March 17th deadline. How can we as citizens of Farmers Branch help City Council with this endeavor? How can we engage as citizens to help you with this issue with DART? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next up is Brian McDonald. Brian McDonald. Okay. James Gonzalez.
Good evening, City Council members. My name is James Gonzalez. I live at 2719 Mark Twain Drive, Farmers Branch, Texas. I'm coming here to speak to the council about a recent possible decision to upgrade a flock safety camera system. I feel like mass surveillance is not the way to go to try to keep the citizenry safe. There is a use for this technology, but putting them on every street corner and surveilling every citizen that drives by is probably not the way to go. There's actually a Supreme Court hearing about the legality of these systems. And I would urge City Council to look into these matters and hopefully make better informed decisions on what these cameras do and using them in a better way. Thank you.
Thank you. That is all the folks I have signed up to speak this evening. So moving on, we will move to our consent agenda. Somebody like to make a motion?
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
Mayor, I'll second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. If you would, please indicate your vote accordingly. Motion passes. Thank you very much. Next up is our regular agenda, and there is one addition to the regular agenda discussion. It will be item L5, which will be a public discussion on executive session item D2. So, and we will have that as the third item. So if you can follow along, and I'll announce that when we get to that point in the meeting. But first up is item L1, receive a year-end review update from the Animal Shelter Advisory Committee.
Good evening, members of council and mayor. Sam Chavez, Director of Community Services. Our chair for the Animal Shelter Advisory Committee was unable to attend the meeting this evening. So we have a subject expert that will go through that program with you. And if you've ever been out to the shelter, you've seen her out there. I think she lives out there, but I can't tell for sure. But this is Valerie Pena. She is the animal shelter supervisor. So with that, I will let her go through that program. Thank you.
Good evening, City Council and Mayor. It's a pleasure to speak to you guys today. Tonight, we are just going to discuss some updates with our Animal Services Advisory Committee. A large portion of our meetings that are held quarterly are in regards to our metrics and what we can do to increase our live release rates. On the first slide here, I wanted to showcase our dog intakes comparatively from 2024 to 2025. As you can see here, our dog intakes have decreased significantly since 2024. A lot of this I'd like to contribute to my new staff members that have been urging additional choices when people are choosing to surrender, and basically having them go out and surrender to no-kill animal shelters, and that's really helped reduce our intake numbers. On the next slide here, I wanted to showcase our cat intakes. As you can see, there's been a large increase in both years during the spring and summer months here, and those are in correlation with a lot of unwanted litters coming in. We do anticipate with the revamp of our trap, neuter, release program that we will be having a large increase in cats. However, they are going to be fixed and re-released back in the community, and this will over time show a large decrease in numbers of our cat intakes. A few recent and upcoming events that have since passed. We had Clear the Shelters. This is a program where our animal shelter participates for the whole month of August with a 50% discount on our shelter animals. Some of the results here are 44 cats were adopted that month, 11 dogs were adopted, and then a total of 41 animals went into foster care that moved on to be adopted afterwards. We did have a very successful offsite at the fire department open house on September 27th. We had a large crowd of people and ended up getting all of our kittens fostered out, and a large amount of people went to the animal shelter, and we have a dog here. If you can see her, she's a white bull terrier named Grady. The fire department fell in love with her, and she ended up being adopted very quickly after the offsite. We do have several microchip events. The most recent one was October 4th, where we had 15 animals microchipped in total. And this did pass, but we had Feliz Navidad. We had the shelter animals go out in some festive outfits, and we had a lot of people show some interest. Our dogs got to have some fun at the Bark Park and have some free pub cups, so that was a really great event. And then the Christmas Carnival, which I was unfortunately able to work, but I heard there was a fantastic turnout there. A few updates. We are beginning to coordinate with Cuddly. They have an extremely large platform and help to promote shelter animals that are harder to adopt. They also have helped us in regards to getting the word out there on what we need as far as donations. 11 Max is going to be the indoor fun park, who has reached out to me in October. They are interested in having us participate in offsite events. I'm really looking forward to this because I anticipate large traffic at this new venue, and I think it'll be a very great opportunity to have our animals have some more exposure. As far as microchipping events, I have been discussing with Jessica Alvarado possibly having a huge turnout for more microchipping events that stay within the city, as well as St. Andrews as well. We typically go out there about 4 times a year, and I'm looking to increase that number so we can get more animals microchipped. As far as outreach, we will have animal services officers out in the neighborhoods doing some more outreach in regards to city ordinances and additional resources to have lower cost veterinary care. And the main thing I am excited about is going to be our trap neuter release program. We were gifted 20 free traps from Best Friends Animal Society. And we are doing door-to-door outreach currently to educate the public on this and get as many feral cat colonies fixed as possible. In the long term, this is going to show a large decrease in neighborhood cats in the area, which I'm sure will please some people, and it will also help to reduce the population over time. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Thank you very much. We appreciate the report. I'll start down on my left here with Councilwoman Gonzalez.
So thanks for the presentation and thank you for taking care of our furry friends.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Bennett.
With the TNR program, any of them really, but specifically the TNR, are you speaking with any of the business owners?
We do have a few businesses that have done some outreach, particularly more towards the Senlac area where the warehouses are. There are several feral cats in that area, and we do offer companies in Farmers Branch as well to participate.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Councilman Reed.
Great presentation, and thank you so much for all the good work that you do.
I appreciate it.
Councilwoman Villafranca.
Thank you so much. What a great presentation. Will there be an unintended consequence if you get rid of a lot of cats? Will we start having a lot of mice?
No, so the main thing with the trap neuter release program is just getting them fixed so the kittens don't overpopulate the area. I'd love to say that we can hit every single cat and there would be no more kittens, but that's what our animal shelter is for, is to house those unexpected litters. But you will see a decrease in the explosion of kittens throughout the year.
Fantastic. I had the opportunity to visit the animal shelter this past Friday, and I was so incredibly impressed with the work that they do. The staff was wonderful. I overcame one of my greatest fears of my entire life. I actually held a snake, a live snake, and touched it, and it crawled on my arm. And I was just so impressed with the work that you do, the veterinarian that comes out and the care that the animals receive, the way that everyone is able to be serviced 7 days a week, 24 hours a day is just incredible. Thank you, and to your staff for all you do. Appreciate you.
It.
Councilman Neal.
Thank you, Valerie, for stepping up tonight. Very much appreciate it. And we all up here appreciate the hard work that you do. Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty. Anything else? No? All right. Valerie, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me.
You bet. Next up is item L2, receive a year in review update from the Historical Preservation and Restoration Board.
Mayor and Council, Robert Diaz, Parks and Rec Director. I want to introduce Jenny Welch, the new chair of the Historical Park Board. And in addition, Hillary Kidd, the Historical Park Manager, will both be here when she's done to help answer any questions. Thank you. I'll turn it over to you. And I think it's, okay, I'll leave it. Okay, it's just that one.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Lynn and City Council, for the opportunity to present the Historical Preservation and Restoration Board Year in Review. We will have a quick overview of our members, community engagement, accomplishments of the board, and future goals. Our board members are myself, Jenny Welch, Chair, Christian Martinez, Vice Chair, Missy Doers, Secretary. Before this, she was our chair for 6 years. Members Teresa Webster, and she is currently the liaison of the Friends of the Farmers Branch Historical Park. Samaria Kate, Sharon Montgomery, alternates Helena Fresia and Pat Steed. And I noticed that Missy and Teresa are in the audience. We have an 84% attendance rate. Oh, sorry. We advocate for historical preservation and participation by volunteering at historical park and community events and support the Friends of the Farmers Branch Historical Park. Our strategic focus is to provide attractive and unique spaces for community interaction. We serve the community through volunteering. Some of the highlights include Gateway to the Globe, Mad Hatter Tea, Coffee with a Cop, Independence Day, Celebration, Girls Make History Camp, Haunts and Houses, Day of the Dead celebration, Wreaths Across America. And I'd like to stop here and give Ann Chrisman recognition for that. She is an Air Force veteran, she and her husband both, and she brought that to the city about 3 years ago. And as you may know, that's linked to Arlington National Cemetery. And our wreaths have already been delivered, and we will have that celebration this Saturday at 11 o'clock at the Keenan Cemetery, which, by the way, is the oldest cemetery in Dallas County. The accomplishments of the board have been numerous this past year. Back in February, Witness to History Award, where an individual or business is recognized for serving at least 50 years in the city of Farmers Branch. In February, Carol Dingman was recognized as the individual recipient, and Messina Shoe and Boot Repair as the business. And the Historical Preservation Restoration Board received the Board of the Year in 2023, which we're very proud of that. Missy Doers, former board chair and current secretary, was awarded the Volunteer of the Year award at the Boards and Commission banquet, and we're very proud of her. This weekend, I mentioned that on Saturday, December 13th at 11, will be the third year that the Keenan Cemetery has participated in the Wreaths Across America. It is a national celebration that recognizes all branches of military service and places remembrance wreaths on veterans' graves. This is organized by Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C., and we do this at 11 a.m. because they do it at 12, so we want to do the exact time that they're participating. The Friends of the Farmers Branch Historical Park is a 501c3 group that the board enthusiastically supports and collaborates with. Through numerous fundraising efforts, thousands of dollars have been raised to support the Historical Park's museum artifact collection, care, and the Keenan Cemetery. Our future goals are to rebuild the three-log structure that was disassembled in 2022 to construct the new event center, Venue 1842. These log structures are integral to the early history of Farmers Branch and are sorely missed by visitors to the historical park and school tours. Also, we want to host the Keenan Cemetery Maintenance Day, where volunteers will learn how to properly clean the historical headstones to help preserve, as I mentioned earlier, the oldest cemetery in Dallas County. We will continue our active involvement in the community by volunteering at the historical park, parks and recreation events, and with the fire and police and other local organizations. I welcome any questions at this time.
Thank you very much, Jenny. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Councilwoman Gonzalez?
Thank you for the presentation. I'd just like to say I love when you host the Mums and Sons events. My girls love when we go field trips to it, and they do miss that log cabin. So hopefully that comes back.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Bennett?
The log cabin was actually mentioned Saturday night as well. So I'm grateful that that is coming back, and thank you for the presentation.
Yes.
Councilman Reed?
Thank you, and I appreciate all the what you put into when you're hosting the events that we hold at the historical park. You folks are fantastic hosts, and we appreciate how you represent the city both currently and historically.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Villafranca.
Wendy and team, you know, there's a special place in my heart for all of you, Jenny. I really appreciate all of the work that you do. And you have no idea, if you want to apply for a border commission, check out the Historical Park Board. They do so many fun activities. We really appreciate you. Thank you for the great presentation.
Oh, you're welcome, and we miss you.
Oh, I miss you more. Any idea when any of these future goals, when you'll be starting them? Like, I'd be interested in doing the maintenance stage. Will you just be sending out information?
Yes, it would be on the website. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Neal?
I don't really have any questions, but I just want to say thank you for all the hard work you and the team do. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you all. Ladies, thank you. Okay, next up, little detour. Item L5 is going to be next, and so that involves discussion about our item D2. Not really sure what's there.
Just public discussion with the council on it.
Okay, so this will be public discussion about this particular item, which relates to the establishment of a PFC in Farmers Branch. Councilwoman Bennett, you asked for this, so I'll let you start things off.
I did. So I just wanted to clarify a couple of things. There's just so much misinformation out there. Apartments are already there. It is zoned that. Apartments are allowed by right. The other thing is we are not allowed to put a capacity limit on that. Our board, we have P&Z, they will have to go through P&Z. So all of those rules will apply, but aside from that, by right. And so we're not making a decision that we can change. There are apartments there, and and I've asked this so many times, just so there's clarification for those people, those residents that just don't want any more apartments in Farmers Branch. If there's an apartment complex sitting on that land and it is actually zoned that, when the new apartments want to come through, by right, we must say yes.
Okay. Any additional comments? Councilwoman Gonzalez?
None for me at this moment.
Thank you. Councilman Reed?
As mentioned, there are already apartments there in the area that we're looking at. This is an opportunity to replace something that's older, currently existing, with newer, updated living arrangements that are going to be a benefit to residents and to the city alike.
Thank you very much. Councilwoman Villafranca?
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. This is a wonderful opportunity to make our city better and better each day. I think that the apartments that are there now, I think, have lived out their course, and I think that the project that is being looked at would be of huge benefit to our entire city, to our community. I'm really excited about it.
Councilman Neal?
No comments at this time, Mayor.
Okay. This, just so people know what is being discussed, this is in the area of the Havenhurst Apartments. I don't remember the exact address, but just to the north of the Firehouse Theater. So, and I know a lot of folks have asked about this, and so I will say the developer is here. Does anybody have any questions you'd like to ask? Okay. We're not taking any action. Seeing nothing else on this, we will move on. Okay. Next up is L3. Consider approving Resolution 2025-239, casting a vote for member representation to the Board of Directors of the Dallas Central Appraisal District and take appropriate action.
Hello, Mayor, Council, Aaron Flores, City Secretary, Deputy Director, Administrative Services. And we discussed this a while back. It's DCAD election time, and we as a city decided not to submit a nominee for that. However, they have gathered their nominees from other taxing entities, and so now they are seeking votes. They sent out a ballot, which was shared with you all, with these nominees included. The City of Farmers Branch entitled to 14 votes. All 14 could be used on one nominee, or they could be split between multiple nominees. So at this time, we could go ahead and allocate votes to one or more nominees, or we could take no action. And that is all I have.
Okay. So I'm going to start off on this just because I've been talking with some of these folks here, and I don't know how much research council has done on this. With only 14 votes, it's hard to make a real impact, but I would like to suggest to council, and then we can have discussion, that we split our 14 votes between Pauline Medrano, who is the county treasurer and also currently on the board, and Clyde Hairston, who is mayor of Lancaster. Gotta make sure I say it right. He'll get on me. So with that, I'll just start down with Councilwoman Gonzalez, and we can see what everybody has in mind.
I'm good with what y'all pick.
Okay. Councilwoman Bennett?
I supported Mr. Palmer last year, and I'm going to stand by that.
For all votes, or? Okay. Councilman Reed?
I've always felt that this is a position where experience is important. So I agree with Pauline Medrano, and I'd also like to see Kevin Carbo continue. So for me, it would be splitting between those two.
Okay. Councilwoman Villafranca?
I am in favor of splitting the votes with Pauline Medrano and Clyde Hairston. And if we had to split it three ways, I'd be in favor of 7 for Pauline, 3 for Clyde, or 4 for Clyde, and 3 for Kevin if we had to split it in 3.
Very good. Councilman Neal?
Yes, I would also agree. I'd like to split the votes between Pauline Medrano and Clyde Hairston.
Okay, is anybody, where?
Mayor,
Yes.
I move to approve Resolution 2025-239, casting 7 votes for nominee Pauline Medrano and 7 votes for Clyde Hairston.
I'll second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second to split votes between Pauline Medrano and Clyde Hairston. If you would, please indicate your vote accordingly. Motion passes. Thank you. Okay. Moving on, item L4, consider approving resolution 2025-249, authorizing in addition to the appointees for the Charter Review Committee and review and discuss the council requested topics of discussion for the Charter Review Committee and take appropriate action.
That is me as well. Aaron Flores, City Secretary, Deputy Director, Administrative Services. So we're back to discuss the Charter Review Committee. We have an additional appointee that was brought forward by Councilwoman Gonzalez. And we also have your list of topics that you submitted to staff that we're going to discuss today. So we only received one application from Elizabeth Aviz for District 1. And we have vetted her. She is good to go. And so the purpose of discussing the topics for tonight is we as staff want to make sure that the direction is clear, what council is looking for. We also want to get advice from our city attorney if needed. And we want to make sure that you don't want to add or take anything off or amend anything. So we've listed out the topics here that we have received. If you all just want to take a few minutes and look that over, let us know if there's anything needs to change, anything needs to be added, if the intent seems clear. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to go ahead and ask.
I would also ask if anybody recalls submitting anything that was not included on this list.
I did not submit, but is it too late to submit?
No.
Or like, is there a time limit?
We can,
So we will be discussing the topics at their first meeting, which will be December 17th. So if you could just get it to us before then.
Or you can attend the meeting with your topics. I
You
think
could also do that.
Everyone's welcome to do that.
so, Councilman Bennett, do you have anything? Councilman Reed?
At what point do we refine some of these topics?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, at what point do we, as a council, have a say in refining some of these topics? For example, mandate annual training for council.
Mm-hmm.
Very broad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the purpose of this discussion. If you want to narrow it to specific trainings, we could talk about that right now. Like I said, we'll be discussing it at their first meeting, so having that refined definition would be helpful.
I would add, actually, that the Charter Review Commission will have regular meetings. If you, as a council member, because I've had this happen in other cities before, if a council member has questions, concerns, or comments to make, you're welcome to attend the meetings. My understanding is the structure of these meetings will be every Wednesday, once a month, for quite some time going into the future.
Yes.
And they're not going to be segregated into individual topics. They'll be talking about everything all at once. And so and to the extent that you've got some input, you're welcome to attend the meetings and participate to the extent that you feel is necessary. When the Charter Review Commission concludes its deliberations, it will make a recommendation to council. At that point in time, you as the council will have the opportunity to review their recommendations, expand or decrease or modify whatever the recommendations are, and then finally vote to call for an election on those issues.
I'm happy to clarify that. It's when in May, when new council members come on, that we all go through the training together.
So, give us a second. I had submitted some items to the city manager
Okay.
that were not showing up here, and I'm trying to find my stuff.
So we still have time to submit topics?
Yes.
To understand it? Are we allowing for the committee members themselves to submit a topic for discussion or input?
Yes, they'll
Okay.
have an opportunity to bring things up.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want me to, should I read my list or just let Ben add it to this list and he can send a updated list to the council members?
Whatever you feel comfortable with.
Mayor, we'll make sure the list gets updated. It would probably be good to share with the council members so they know some of the topics, just general highlights. We'll get the details merged and
Okay.
sent out as part of the weekly update.
All right, so I had notes on several items, and I put a little write-up on each one, so it just wasn't sending just a title. The first was the holdover provision, which is part of city charter. Secondly, requesting agenda items. Thirdly, quorum and what constitutes a quorum of council members. Fourth is abstentions. Fifth is use of the city attorney. And sixth and last is a change on decorum. So I guess Ben can send that out to everybody.
We'll make sure we get those up added.
Okay, thank you.
I feel like I had others, but I have to find them.
Okay. Yeah, it came in kind of sporadically, so if we're missing anything, just let us know. Anything else on the topics?
Anything else?
Can you tell us what section 9.20 is regarding appointment of members?
That is the language where it discusses reinstating the Charter Review Committee. It's right when we were getting everyone together. It was very confusing with the language for some of you guys, so just clarifying that language, making it easier to read.
Okay.
So maybe on the list, appointment of members to Charter Review Committee.
Right, yes.
Okay.
We do need to take a vote on the new member.
Oh, that's right.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint the new member onto the Charter Review Committee.
I second.
Elizabeth Alves?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
David, do we need to have a motion for the resolution specifically?
No.
Okay, we're good.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. If you would, please indicate your vote. Motion passes. Thank you very much.
I think I'll be next too.
Oh, okay. You were throwing me for a loop there.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. We're going back to item C5, which is to discuss and provide direction regarding city council liaison appointments to external organizations and a new appointment related to the CFB ISD education liaison.
Okay, I won't introduce myself for a third time, but now we're going to discuss council liaison appointments. So we currently have 4 vacancies on our already established liaison list, and then we have 1 that we'll be considering tonight for a Carrollton Farmers Branch ISD liaison. So the 4 that we have a vacancy on is the Texas Municipal League, the Sister City Program, which we discussed earlier tonight, the Travel Expense Review Committee, and the North Texas Commission. And then we have been in discussion with the ISD to start a new liaison position that would help to strengthen the partnership between the city and the school district. They would assist with staying up to date on issues affecting the school district, issues affecting the city, vice versa, and share important updates with the council. And that is all I have.
Okay. So tonight is just discussion only on this. If you have any questions or comments regarding any of these, I would suggest talk with the city manager and then be thinking about whether you would be willing to serve in capacity for one of these organizations. In the meantime, any questions or comments, Councilwoman Gonzalez?
Do we know when how often we'll meet for the CFB ISD meetings?
We haven't set a firm time on that because the liaison, we want to let them start this position. Do you want to go every month? Do you want to go twice a month? Like, how often do you want to be involved? We're not sure what it looks like yet.
Councilwoman Bennett? Councilman Reed? Councilwoman Villafranca?
Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. So I understand that Carrollton already has a liaison, and on one of the one of your liaison information, it indicates first and third Thursday of the month is when the meetings are. So would that sort of be a probable
would be a good-
expectation? And they're often rescheduled. Meetings begin at 6 PM at the administration building. Great.
Yes.
Thank you.
They have a work session similar to ours that starts at 6.
That starts at 6?
Yes.
Okay. I'm pretty active at the campus, but I also know that Councilwoman Gonzalez has children in the ISD, so that might be a
Right.
good fit.
Councilman Neal?
I would just, for what it's worth, I'd like to advocate for Councilwoman Gonzalez participate in that CFB ISD if she's interested and has availability and time. And furthermore, I'd like to advocate for Elizabeth Villafonca to participate in the Sister City program, should she be interested in that. So.
Very good, thank you.
So we can actually choose liaisons tonight,
Okay.
unless we want to wait, that's totally fine too.
Say, Mayor, we probably do need the one on the Travel Expense Review Committee because we do have travel requests coming in. We do need a third for that one, if
Okay.
possible, please.
Okay. Well then,
I'm willing to take that position.
okay. Councilman Reed volunteering for the Travel Expense Review Committee.
I'd be interested in doing the North Texas Commission and TML.
Councilwoman Bennett, interested in North Texas Commission and TML. I don't know if anybody else is interested.
I'm interested in North Texas Commission as well, wherever it's a best fit.
Okay, so we'll have more discussion on that. Is anybody else interested in travel expense review? Okay. Then, is that a motion or by acclamation?
I think just as long as the majority is in favor with him.
Okay, is everybody in favor of Councilman Reed, travel expense review? Very good, okay, we'll do that. Sister City program, and Councilman Neal suggested Councilwoman Villafranca. We good with that? Good, okay, we're good with that. So now we have North Texas Commission and Texas Municipal League. So let me ask Councilwoman Bennett, since you mentioned both, would you be okay doing the TML and then letting someone else do North Texas Commission, or do you want to do both? I wanted to do both. She wants to do both. Okay, we'll have to have a vote on North Texas Commission. So,
Mayor, may I point out that Councilman Roger Neal has not been appointed to any of the commissions?
okay. Roger, would you like to serve on one of these last two?
What do you need, Mayor? Let me know. I'll step up.
Would you be good with allowing Councilman Neal to serve on North Texas Commission? Okay. Would you be good with that? North Texas Commission it is, and then TML? Okay.
And then the school liaison.
Yeah, there's, in the school,
I'll do the CFB liaison.
okay, very good. That get you what you need?
That is everything.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank
All
you
right.
guys so much.
Next up is receive an update from the mayor and council members regarding board liaison information from outside organizations and other meetings attended. Councilwoman Gonzalez?
So yes, I'm in the schools a lot. I did the turkey trot at Farmers Branch Elementary. I also attended their fourth grade cultural day event, so we got to taste lots of food from different places. I also attended the early college high school Thanksgiving luncheon they do every year. Every student gets to bring a dish from their culture, so it's not just Thanksgiving meal. It's really delicious. I also met Lou at Envision with Mayor Lynn, and that was an amazing experience. I didn't know that that was right down our road from us. And it wasn't just getting to see what they did, but it was also a good connection that I could get for my husband for his, he's teaching special needs children. So that was a great connection to have for them. I went to a residence home with fire and Miss Councilwoman Villafranca to help one of our elderly residents get smoke detectors in their home. So let's keep an eye out for citizens that may need some help. I attended Santa at Mustang Station. I also went out to Branching Out with Love, where we gave toys to 300 students in our city. I also attended the Christmas Carnival and went outside for Santa on the Move.
Thank you, Councilman. Yeah,
I attended a
Councilwoman.
TML it's fine, economic development webinar. I learned so much. All into the four corners at this point, trying to figure that out. Did the Branching Out with Love, 300 gifts as well at Farmers Branch Elementary, but it was included 3 different schools, Farmers Branch Elementary, Blair, and McStrick. And then I also attended the tree lighting Saturday night.
Councilman Reed?
We had new council training on the 20th of November, which I believe all of us, or most of us attended. Went to the Santa event at Mustang Station Saturday morning. That was extremely well attended. It was great to draw attention to our business partners in Mustang Station and get some folks out there. I recently had the honor and privilege to speak to the Weeblos Den from PAC 713. They needed an elected official. They got stuck with me. It was a great event. Got to speak to the boys. They had some very thoughtful questions, and I was happy to see the development of these future politicians. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Councilwoman?
Thank you so much. I was very active. Went to the MetroCrest Services Board meeting, attended the Carrollton Farmers Branch Faith-Based Leadership meeting, attended the Branch Connection Thanksgiving Luncheon. It was a lot of fun. Attended the MetroCrest Leadership Monthly meeting along with our mayor. Went to the new council member orientation, and also attended MetroCrest Services, where we gave away 800 turkeys, which was a lot. We did a Farmers Branch Women's Club toy gathering party as well. Attended State Representative Cassandra Garcia's birthday and toy drive. And I'm still continuing with my art class in Tai Chi. I highly recommend it to everybody. I also attended the Baylor Scott and White Urgent Care ribbon cutting with our neighbor, Gay Willis. I've met with my mentee over at the Early College High School twice, including today. I also attended the Thanksgiving feast for Early College High School. We, Councilwoman Gonzalez and I went to visit one of our friends over on Squire, and police chief and the whole family was there putting smoke detectors in. Attended the Branch Connection breakfast and was able to attend the staff holiday lunch. Thank you so much to all of our staff, and you are just doing such an incredible job. Thank you so much. I attended the Addison Council meeting with my colleague, Councilman Neal, and I was able to attend the MetroCrest Area Chamber Connect lunch, attended the Line Barger party where I ran into our Councilwoman Bennett Burton, and I was able to attend the Chamber's legislative update with Senator Tan Parker. It was really, really well done. I was invited to attend the Dallas Peace Center awards event, and I went to the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce Christmas party. I toured the animal shelter on Friday. I was at Mustang Station this past Saturday. Great job. And I actually knew the Santa Claus. It was really cool. Attended the Christmas tea at the Historical Park and the Christmas Carnival at the Historical Park. And I am just so thankful for all of the work that everybody does. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Councilman Neal?
I'm out of breath, Mayor. I have nothing.
Okay. I'm only going to talk about one thing because I believe it's very important. So if you'll indulge me for a moment. last week I attended a conference, not at city expense, on anti-Semitism. The conference was presented by the group Combat Anti-Semitism Movement. This is a well-established advocacy group whose efforts center on eliminating anti-Semitism and hate of all people, locally, nationally, and internationally. This event was attended by about 300 mayors from across the country. It was a great opportunity to network and learn from other city leaders, big and small, about the challenges and issues they face in their cities dealing with hate. Hate for lots of different people, not just Jewish people. As I told the organizers when I registered, I don't believe anti-Semitism is a big issue in Farmers Branch. While I don't know how many Jewish people we have in our city, we don't have a temple or a synagogue. But yet, anti-Semitism seems to be everywhere, as is hate. So for me, attending was not just about learning how to deal with anti-Semitism, but was also about anti-Black, anti-Hispanic, anti-Muslim, anti-gay, anti-fill-in-the-blank. While at the conference, I had time to reflect back on an issue with the Hispanic community back in 2006 that put our city on the national spotlight for not the right reasons. It was a bad time for the city and a fight that was not our fight, in my opinion, and created a lot of ill will. That issue did nothing to make our city better. Instead, it caused division, gave us a black eye, which has taken a long time to get over. I know Farmers Branch is not the same city today it was back in 2006. However, hate is still alive. You may not outwardly see it, but it's still there by a select few. Of course, things that are happening nationally are not helping, especially when referring to the Hispanic community. I'm disheartened by it, and my heart goes out to people who are afraid. At the conference, we learned how many Jewish people have become afraid by what is happening globally and in their own cities, that they have actually asked their neighbors, if someone came looking for me, would you hide me? We experienced that the first night that we were there as we were walking in a parade to a dinner and encountered a group of protesters. It was one of the scariest moments of my life, being on the receiving end of a protest march. The same question that I was just asked about, would you hide me, was asked by Jews in World War II, and history told us what happened. I met an Arab who hated Jews in Israel. He didn't know why. That's just the way he was brought up. Until he went to study in France as an exchange student and stayed with an exchange family who turned out to be Jewish. Talk about an uncomfortable moment. Today, that Arab, Leo Al-Sharif, is a proud supporter of Israel and the Jewish people. I'd like to see the same turnaround in Farmers Branch. Our city is 54% Hispanic. Everyone should feel safe, welcome in our city. It's up to each and every one of us to build a city that is inclusive and welcoming, not just with words, but with actions. My job as mayor is to build a welcoming community, not make people afraid. If you live in Farmers Branch, regardless of status, I hope that you are a productive member of our community. Also know that we have programs that will help you work towards citizenship, but nobody should be afraid. So I'm asking every resident of our city to do something that might be uncomfortable. Just say hello or hola. That's it. Maybe give a wave. Let's make Farmers Branch a city known for friendship. Folks, it all starts with you. Well, actually, it starts with me, and I'm asking you to join me. It shouldn't be that hard, and I appreciate you listening. So that concludes our regular portion of tonight's meeting. We do have a couple of executive session items that we need to finish up, so we will recess back to the city manager's conference room. Oh, I'm sorry. We do have one more thing. Item C7, review and discuss future agenda items. Councilwoman Gonzalez. I apologize.
Nothing for me, Mayor. Thank you.
Councilwoman Bennett.
I'd like to add a future agenda item to review the attorney invoices for the past 12 months to verify accuracy, billing practices, and compliance with the city's legal services agreements, and to confirm that the amounts billed are consistent with the work performed on behalf of the city. And then my second one is I'd like the council to get an update to our trade area using cell phone data versus the Walmart method versus the census.
Can you repeat that?
It's an economic development tool. And it's defining our demographics, and it's how we bring in retail.
Okay.
So,
Councilman Reed?
Yes, I'd like to add a future agenda item to review the credit card fees charged by the city and ensure we are balancing the costs incurred. Please provide the costs for accepting credit cards and the fees to show the cost of doing business.
Good. Councilwoman Viv Ronka?
Yes, thank you. With the strategic planning session coming soon, I would like to talk about composting options to be discussed as options for the city.
Okay. Councilman Neal? Okay. I have one item, also relates to the strategic planning session. I would like to review the new water rates or sewer rates to ensure we have a full understanding of the impacts and options to help our residents mitigate the impacts, including sustainability initiatives. So now, that concludes our,
May I just add something, Mayor?
yes.
Thank you very much for your kind words. It was very touching. Thank you.
Well, you're quite welcome. We will recess back to the city manager's conference office to finish the last two executive session items, and then we'll come back out after that. Hey, and we are back. Thank you very much for waiting. We have no action to take as a result of executive session. And I don't believe there's any other business tonight. So with that, we will adjourn at 9 o'clock. Thank you all very much.